Life as a Scrum Master, Sprint Day 5, Tuesday. Today I did have meetings all day, but they weren't back to back like they have been the last few days. Which is great because one thing I don't think I've told you so far is that for all of our Scrum ceremonies, I tend to spend 15 to 30 minutes prepping before as well as doing follow-ups after, and sometimes the follow-ups can actually take longer than that time period. Because your Scrum Mother has action items too, and I have my own backlog. Today I had 2 daily scrums, one for each of my teams. More discussions about team changes, program updates, all that good stuff. And yes, changes to the changes, which I will be fair, I do not always like, but sometimes it's necessary. And also sometimes it's not our choice, such as a team member providing their resignation notice. One of my teams actually has a standing team meeting, it's just called team meeting, every 4 weeks that is actually owned by the service owner, who is a full-time employee and also was the Scrum Master before me. And we use it for whatever topics have come up. Sometimes it's the team's topic, sometimes it's one of ours that we want to propose. Today's was supposed to be used as a fun, agile refresher game that I like to do. But we had some of these team updates that was more important, including we have an offshore team that is going to be starting soon. And that's important for my teams. 1, because some of my team members are going to be helping with the onboarding. 2, they're going to be working in the same code base. So even if they work different hours, what they're going to be doing could impact what my teams are doing. 3, some of my team members may also be expected to do their code reviews. 4, and maybe even more important, is the onboarding of this offshore team is actually in direct correlation to feedback my team members were giving concerning us not being able to hit our deadline. And leadership saying, what else do you need? And they suggested more people. I am not an advocate for throwing people at the problem, but in this case, there was an analysis of what the ask is, what is remaining of the ask, what are the capabilities of the current team members versus the timeline, and there was a gap. And in order to meet that timeline, we needed more brains, more bodies, more time and talent. In this case, it was direct collaboration between the development team members and leadership, with emphasis that the offshore team is to complement the current developers, not to replace them. Whew, okay, that was probably more than you needed to know, but that's part of my life as a Scrum Master. Since we didn't get to do the Agile Scrum refresher during today's meeting, I then posted in both of my team's channel a poll with a variety of dates and times to schedule this, because it is fun and for money. So that would be a good break for the teams. And the time slots included being able to repurpose one of our team ceremony time spots versus another random time slot. So I'm scheduling it in consideration to the team's time. We also had a sync up with the product owners and the Scrum Masters on our definition of done across the program. Okay, this was actually quite a fruitful Tuesday.